Hi everyone, it's Miss Brenner. I know it's been a little bit. I just wanted to say that I've missed all of you and that I know it's been some time since we've been able to spend time together in class, but I'm hoping that these videos might give you an opportunity as a class to discuss and get together online. Now, I'm sure you've already been contacted by our district administrators to talk about the fact that these optional learning activities will be available starting April 1st, which is this Wednesday. Along with that, I want you to know a couple things about these optional learning activities. You'll be getting a video similar to this along with activities from all of your teachers, but these activities being optional are not graded. They will not show up on your report card. They will not impact your third or your fourth quarter grades. These are learning activities to keep you up to date until we go back to school. With that being said, some of the assignments show up as having 1 point, and the reason that is because Schoology at this moment does not allow me to offer feedback unless I make it some form of a graded assignment. There will be no grade actually assigned in the gradebook for these activities. However, I do want to be able to talk to you about your writing and about your discussions, so I made it 1 point so that way I can do so. Alrighty, with that being said, I want to go over some of our options and I want to make sure that you understand what your options are. We have 6 different categories for language arts for academic activities, starting off with our activity 1, which is an audio short story. So I have an electronic link to The Broken Chain by Gary Soto, along with a PDF copy of the written story. So that way you can listen and follow along. I have 2 discussion questions that show up on Schoology in an assignment that should show up in your right-hand column. It's under audio short story discussion 4-3 through 4-5. Those 2 questions that you saw on the slides will show up in this assignment if you choose to do that optional activity. Our second category is creative writing. So I have 3 creative writing prompts for you that you can use to help create a draft of a short story for yourself. So the first one is: you are a real estate agent for a magical house, trying to use persuasive language to encourage buyers to make this their new enchanted home. So you're creating a short story around that concept. Create a funny recipe for being a good neighbor during these tough times. I know that it's been extremely difficult for many, so try to think of something that's a little lighthearted about being a good neighbor when things are so difficult. An interview of a favorite character as if the climax happened 10 years prior. What has changed for that character and how has the story affected them? Those are our creative writing prompts for this week. Our third activity category is silent reading. Now, we usually do 30 minutes of silent reading in our class. However, for our silent reading this week, I am just asking that you read 60 minutes at some point. You can break that apart into 2 different segments of 30-minute reading or 4 different segments of 15-minute reading. But I'd also like you to ask a family member, friend, or neighbor what they are reading and share the progress of your book. So whatever you choose to read and whatever you choose to ask someone about what they're reading, please include that in our discussion so that way we can talk about what we are all reading and maybe get some ideas of new books that we'd like to try. Remember, you do not have to talk to that person face to face. You could call them. You could call a friend, FaceTime with them, and ask them about what they are reading. Our fourth category is vocabulary and grammar. You will need to use this link for No Red Ink to go join our class for this grammar activity and then complete the diagnostic for grades 7 through 9 so that way I can better support you on your grammar journey. All right? You need to use the link for block 3 if you are in block 3 and block 4 if you are in block 4. Activity number 5 is news articles. Maybe you are somebody that really enjoys nonfiction reading. So I tried to select some different websites or YouTube channels that do really good news articles and newscasts. If this interests you, here are some links. And then I'd like you to tell the class about what you read. Include the name of the article, the author, and a link to share your findings. What are your opinions about what you read? And listen to And what questions do you have about this news content? There's a lot going on in the news, so hopefully you can find something that interests you. And then our last category, which is activity number 6, is research and interview. So these are different research topics, things that are happening in the world or just in our small society. And I'd like you to research them. So research a national awareness event in the month of April. There are several different very important awareness events that happen in this coming month, and I think it might interest several of you. Research how a common household item was invented or is made today. Or research the COVID-19 virus in the United States and interview a friend, family member, or neighbor about the events they are currently experiencing influenced by COVID-19. I know several of you, I'm sure, are interested in how this is impacting our community, so please feel free to follow your gut and go talk to some people about it. I'd like you to inform the class about your recently gained expert knowledge about a listed topic. Use citations to give credit to the original author when referencing or quoting research materials. So please make sure to give credit where credit is due. All right. Also, if you talk to somebody about this research topic and they do not want to be stated, like their name included, that is also fine. Alrighty, so those are our different topics for this coming week. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm going to have office hours on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 9 to 11 a.m. So that's when I'll be checking my emails to see if you have contacted me. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at any time, but just recognize that I may not be able to get back to you till those office hours. All right? If you would also like to screen time as far as using Zoom, please let me know in an email and I will set up a Zoom during those office hours. That way we can all get together and chat. I will be looking forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.